Okay. I'm sorry. I just heard Judy heard that old Alabama gardener passed away. Did anybody else hear that? Because I'm going to be very upset. Did anybody else hear that? That makes me feel terrible because I didn't go see him. But his wife was very shy and he had the one daughter, so I wouldn't be the first person they would call. Yeah, I'm sad. Mm. Well, he almost died earlier in the year when his heart had stopped beating for, I don't want to say, because he told me, but I don't remember how many minutes it was exactly, but it was kind of a miracle that he lived through that. Oh, well, he's with the angels. So he was very, very Christian man. So I know that he's in a good place. Well, Patera wouldn't have had it on her channel if it wasn't true. Can somebody go to his channel and see if there's something posted? Or Jack, can you do that? Thank you for joining us, Jack. You seem to be the only moderator on at the moment. Oh, I feel like oh man. Oh my gosh, he got to 191,000 subscribers. We had about the same when I met him. He was such a good teacher. He really enjoyed teaching. Well, there's nothing here newer than a month. So I wouldn't know how to find out anything. One month ago, he had a video, chocolate mug cake, really good. Now, his wife will continue to get I started to say residuals because I'm an actor and that's the way I think of the money that we make from Google. I was going to mention this again if anybody is kind of new to watching YouTube, because I just assume everybody knows this, but I talked to someone this week that had no idea how creators got paid. Well, we get paid if people watch ads. And unfortunately, Google will take advantage and put in like an 18-minute ad. Well, you don't have to watch an 18-minute ad for us to get a few cents. If you watch a little bit, we'll get something. But that's how we make money, unless we have private sponsors, which I don't. And I don't know if he did, but His wife was from Okinawa, and she was going through cancer when I visited him in 17. Oh my gosh, has it been 5 years since I saw him? Is that even possible? Wow. And they were taking a lot of supplements and things, and he had previously had a heart condition. And so I guess his heart had stopped. This was earlier in the year. So I'm assuming it was, if it's true, and I assume it's true, Patera wouldn't post anything like that unless she had confirmation. It probably had to do with his heart. But I'm sad for his wife and his daughter and family. But I know he's in a much better place. I'm sad for me because I won't get to see him again. Yes, amazing autist. Welcome. Someone just posted some devastating news right off the top as soon as I signed on. So I'm a little stunned and brokenhearted. Claudia, did you just look on his channel? You can't see anything on there. I mean, I looked at my email in the last couple of days and I didn't see. But the thing is, his wife was very shy, and she barely said hello to me. So when we were there, and she just sort of disappeared to let him teach me. And so I rather doubt that she would be getting on his computer and sending emails and things. For sure, Judy, for sure. Yes, he's a really good teacher, amazing autist. He was never, his videos aren't slick. Like, I used to, my videos aren't slick anymore. They used to be slick, what we call slick, polished, but people can do, people have passed me by on the technology side. I just still do it the same way I've been doing it for a long time. Yes. Well, he was her whole life, so I don't know. You should go back and watch those videos on my channel that I did with him, because I did an interview, and I think the interview was in 2 parts, and then he gave me a tour of the garden, and it was during the heat of the summer. Unlike the first time I visited, I think it was early on in the spring, and so there wasn't that much in the ground, but he was able to show me a lot of things, the flea beetles on eggplant and how he solves that problem. Of course, he grew the bitter melon, which I didn't care for. I don't care for, but it's supposed to be really good for you, and it's something that his wife really liked, and that they eat in Japan. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate that. Oh, golly. I wasn't prepared for that. Is this light too bright on my glasses? Let's see. I'm doing this in a different spot. My back is sore, and all these various chairs. I've got to get a desk chair. I had this old crappy desk chair in California, and literally the last day I told Walker to take it down and put it in in the garbage bin in the alley. Didn't want to bring it out here. So I've been here almost a year and I don't have one. I don't have anything with lumbar support. Everything is like these old straight back chairs from my grandparents. And I have one lazy boy and that's it. Okay, thank you. A DI weaver, no kidding. And well, I'm sorry, I'm stunned. It's just, my whole focus is just gone. Oh, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying is it will provide amazing Altus. Can you tell me your first name and remind me where you are? I haven't heard from, oh, Haffy is here. Thank you. Did you hear also, John? Did you hear independent of this, John? Oh, you mean from us? Okay. Jack is asking if anybody has planted garlic yet. And, last live stream, I had just gotten my garlic. Well, it's still in that box because I haven't had time. You might have noticed I've been putting out a video every day. And for me to put out a video every day, that means I have to work at least 8 hours a day on the video. The work, whatever I'm doing in the garden, the work, 3-4 hours shooting and at least 4 hours editing. So there's not a whole lot of time for planting and doing my dishes and my laundry and things like that. I did get, as you will see, I did get the sunroom cleaned up. And I fed and watered all of the plants in there. Uh-oh. That aloe it doesn't want to stand up straight. Anyway, I in preparation for bringing at least 3 plants, the 3 citrus trees in here for the winter. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Amazing Altus says the squirrels dug up his garlic. Well, is Daryl on? Daryl, I think I saw you at the beginning. Daryl's nemesis is squirrels, but he doesn't like garlic, so he doesn't bother to plant it. I assume you don't like onions either. That's right. I had all but stopped eating onions. Just couldn't digest them. But guess what? Those sweet onions, those sweet Vidalia onions that seem to be in the store all year long. Well, they don't bother me. And man, have I enjoyed those. I don't know if they're really good for you or not, but boy, I really enjoyed them. If you saute those just right, so they've still got a little bit of a crunch, but they're soft and sweet. Woo! Or if you caramelize them, yeah. Well, I am going to create new ground for my garlic. I have the compost. Well, I suppose the compost could freeze in that pile out there. I hadn't thought about that. I've got compost in, yeah, I don't know. This could be a problem. Well, it's not going to get, it's going to dip down. It's going to dip down for 1 hour as low as 28 tonight. So I'm really hoping, because I went out and Daryl mentioned that I better get the rest of those potatoes out of that mound back there. And I couldn't find that many. I found maybe a dozen, and not as big as the ones that we found that day. So I think we found the best ones. But I was cold and I only had 10 minutes. So I could do a more thorough search when the sun is out. Oh my, that's fantastic, Daryl. You know, I would like to roast some garlic, Judy. I am not in the habit of doing that, but when I've had it, it's really good. Okay, thank you. Jack is our resident young meteorologist, and he says 28 won't freeze the soil if it's only for an hour or so. Well, I was going to plant them in a raised bed. So that's up off the ground anyway. And we talked about last time where to plant it, and someone said, don't plant it with asparagus. No, wait. Gosh, I'm going to have to look back at that note, at that chat. She did a search about what you're not supposed to plant garlic with. Jack, do you know? Because I could plant it in between my asparagus, because the asparagus is going to take 10 years to do anything. And meanwhile, it's taking up important real estate down there. You know, I got these dinky little ferns. Yeah, they might come out a little bit bigger in the spring, but in the meantime, I could have garlic in there. The only problem, though, is, you know, they have roots that really spread out, and so does garlic. So if you pull the garlic out, you got to really dig garlic up to get it out. You might damage the roots of the asparagus. I don't know. That Daryl is joking. Daryl, did you try the pepper spray? Remember the people I got the bird wreath from was saying that they don't like anything with pepper spray. By the way, Lyndon is here. If you haven't seen her in a while, she's wanting some food, so she's hanging by my feet. Wait. Look this way. Look up here. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. She used to be all of this was just almost white when she was a kitten. Okay. And she got darker with age. I'm exaggerating, Haffy. It doesn't take 10 years, but I bought the bare roots. So that means I don't even get any asparagus for 2 to 3 years. And it's still not going to fill in. When I saw this asparagus bed in an allotment in England, it was just like this. The whole bed was just this huge bush. I mean, when you looked in there, you could see, you know, the different plants where it was coming up, but it was just one big, huge bush. No, I take that back. I take that back. I'm mixing up my people. That was Judy Fannon's garden in Ashland, Kentucky. Her asparagus looked like that. When I was in England, the asparagus was just coming up. Yes, and they will make her sick. A Revolution is the best product. Of course, it's a pharmaceutical product, but trust me, nothing else works well, and it works really well. And not only does it keeps fleas and ticks off them, it also, we're talking about what takes fleas and ticks off of pets. cats and dogs. It also does the ear mites. It kills ear mites and worms. So, but it's $20 a dose, and that's every month. But hey, if they get sick, it's a lot more than that. So, you have to pick your battles. I mean, I suppose there might be something natural. I don't think one product would do all that. I mean, one natural remedy would do all of that, but you could certainly look for it. But now I just, I have to just, I have limited time, and I have to just grab what works. Jill is here. Can you plant the garlic where you're going to No, I can't. She is asking if I could plant the garlic out here in the side garden. I don't think I can do that. I was thinking of completely retiring that. There's really not any sun over there in the winter. So this was always in my mind a summer garden on the side, because the sun comes all the way to here in the summer, goes straight over the house, and then it starts going that way. So last winter I didn't see any sun out there much. So no, I am planning on putting it in the raised bed, because it's just so easy. You're going to see I'm a little behind on editing. I mean, how many times have you heard me say that? 100. But the video today was 2 parts. As you could see, I was wearing the same thing from the same video yesterday. Please watch my videos, all my recent videos, if you haven't watched them already. I would really appreciate it. 48 of you are here, but only 18 of these. So if you could just take a moment, click off the live chat and hit that thumbs up button. Maybe YouTube would recommend this live stream if they could see some activity on the like button. And then you can very quickly get right back on the live chat. See how quick that was? It's going up, going up, going up, going up. You don't have to get off of the live stream, just the live chat. I hope I explained that right. And by the way, if somebody is watching that has not subscribed, I hope you will subscribe. And I hope my subscribers will start watching my videos. I noticed today that 4.5% of the views of today's video was from subscribers. 4.5. And, they break all this down so they know where people are finding your channel. And today they were finding it from browsing. Yesterday's video was doing better, or the one, it's like money in the bank. That was doing better. And YouTube was recommending it. If they see that people are tuning in, they'll start recommending it. Okay, we've got 52 people here, and welcome. I'm Kaye, and I'm on a homestead in Tennessee that I am totally on the grid. However, I don't know if I could survive for a long time off the grid, but I could certainly manage for a while. I've got water, I've got heat, and of course I have I'm very grateful to have my backup generator. That's on natural gas. If that went down too, and I actually did talk to a man recently who used to work for the gas company and knew about this sort of thing. And I said, what is the likelihood that if the grid goes down, like we're thinking of the electric, the water, if that goes down, what is the likelihood that the natural gas line would go down? And he said, I could get in previously, before he retired, I could get in my truck and go there and turn the valves myself. They don't have to be computerized. I mean, they don't have to be used by computer, although they are controlled by computer. They still have the thing, the wheel, the dial, the what do you call it? So that was somewhat comforting. At any rate, I'm very grateful to have that. I heard it kick in today. It is louder than my HVAC, I noticed, because okay. This has been a scourge. Is that the right word? I am covered up in stink bugs. Excuse me 1 second. Fortunately, they're not moving very fast and they're very easy to kill. But the other night, I was beside myself. There was at least 30, at least. They were all around the fireplace. I lit my first fire. You're going to see that too in a video. The next video. The next video is called Fireside Chat. And it's my first fireside chat. I know other people do those. So I thought, why not me? Because what else am I going to do when it just gets totally winter? I'm going to do fireside chats. And so I was shelling peas and having a fireside chat with all of you. And I lit a fire, and later that evening, they were coming out. I don't know where they were coming. They were everywhere, crawling all along the molding, all around the fireplace, on the floor. I even looked, after I'd killed like 25 or 30 of them, I looked down, there's one like on my arm, and it was just like, ah! Jamela is here. Jamela, we had some really sad, devastating news that you missed at the beginning of the chat. And this, I guess, is hearsay until it's confirmed. But I can't imagine that Patera would have announced this if it wasn't true. That our dear friend, Old Alabama Gardener, passed away. And so the first few minutes, if you go back and watch them in the beginning of this live chat, I was pretty devastated because even though I'd only seen him twice, we'd communicated a few times. We felt we were very close, and I'm sad for me that I won't get to see him again. Very sad. I have so many friends that I had a lot of friends who are older, and they've all passed away, and it's tough. Anyway, Rose is here. Rose says, do not squash stink bugs. They emit a strong scent, and it's a call to other stink bugs. Gently capture them with a tissue. That's what I did. I just haven't gotten a chance to flush this yet. But I didn't smell anything. The other night I didn't smell anything. I killed like 30 of them. Claudia, yeah, kind of. Although, Danny's, his porch times get down to the nitty gritty of what's going on. And you might have noticed I've kind of stayed away from all that. It's very easy to, displease YouTube. And so I figure that I feel like there's enough people out there that are telling it like it is. And but I just watched Ice Age Farmer last night, and man, this grain shortage is something. It's really, really something. So I encourage everybody to stay up on all that, because it's not just going to be grain, because I think, oh, so what? Grain. I don't eat bread. So I don't eat that many grains. So if there's a problem with grain, but no, it affects everything, the supply chain. So do make sure that you're prepared and you have food and water and all sorts of your medicines and anything that you think you might need. I mean, I saw a good Instagram video today, and she was saying, "What do you know how to do? What do you know how to do? Um, can you grow your own food? Do you know how to start a fire? Do you know how to? Can you start? Can you can you do all these things?" And I know what I need to do. I have, in addition to this generator, I have a gasoline powered generator that, it would be a 6 hours on and 6 hours off kind of thing. Uh, but it could keep my freezers going in a real pinch if the natural gas went out for a short time. And when we bought it, Justin showed me how to use that, but I don't remember. I'm going to have to do it a few times before I remember. And so, I remember how to ride a bicycle. I haven't ridden my bike now in years, but I know how to ride a bicycle. I don't have to study up on that. But if you learn something later in life, you have to practice. Of course, I did practice quite a bit with my bike growing up. Yes. Well, I encourage everybody to watch that video, because he was explaining that these are farmers that can't get fertilizer and pesticides, and he was going, now, before you guys all write in and say those are bad for you, Monsanto is bad or Roundup is bad, he said, don't don't leave me that comment, please. We know this. We all know this. He said, but it's gradual. You can't put all these farmers out of business overnight in one season. It's not overnight, but it's one season. You can't do it. It's devastating. So that's the point. Is the a lot of the farmers that are hurting regarding the grain is because they rely on pesticides and what did I just say? Herbicides and pesticides. Is that what it is? Fertilizer. Sorry. Chemical fertilizers. I mean, even my neighbor, when I first met him, he even though he's young, he's firmly ingrained with the whole chemical approach. And I know that they're still teaching that in colleges. They're I don't think that they're teaching people who want to go into farming to actually make a living and make money. They're not teaching those kinds of farmers that you can do it without all of those inputs, without all of those expensive tractors and combines and everything else. My gosh, they have millions of dollars worth of equipment. You don't have to have all that. Just ask Gabe Brown. I highly encourage you to read his book. I think it's called Dirt to Soil, right? Dirt to Soil. And it's he was totally in that, and he converted, and he has a profitable farm that has good filtration. Anyway, we have 56 people. I don't know where everybody is, but I'm glad that the 56 of you are here, 55. And if you could just hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. Yes, Judy, they will, but they can't do it overnight. And well, amazing autist, you need to start thinking about it may not be a catastrophe. It may just be the grid goes down for a while. That's not a catastrophe because maybe your parents or grandparents, I don't know how old you are, but you know, plenty of people survived without electricity. My mother grew up without electricity. So she studied with a coal oil lamp. It is doable, but you have to plan and prepare. That's why the word prepping, there's so many prepping channels. I mean, my gosh, I can't even keep up with all of them. And a lot of channels are doing prepping videos that aren't even prepping videos. So I encourage everybody to think about just sit here. I challenged my son and daughter-in-law when I was over in Asheville to think about it. What would you do? What would you do if you had no power, if you had no water? Think it through. What would you do? How long could you survive? How much food do you have stored? Do you have any food that's non-perishable? So you can't just get all. I have a lot of frozen food, but if the natural gas goes out and I'm relying solely on that gas generator that I have to provide gasoline for, and if I can't get gasoline for whatever reason, and by the way, the price of gasoline has gone way up, so has food. So I mean, the writing is on the wall, so everybody needs to be prepared. Yeah. Wow. Edwin has met Charles and his wife. How did you meet them? How did you even know to meet them? That I didn't know that. That's that's what I was told when I got online, Ed. So I'm assuming it's true. That's right, Jothan. Hand tools and skills. Ah, yes. That is difficult. Amazing autist. That is difficult. So you need to find a community, somebody to help, that you can go to for help. There's got to be somebody or some group or some church or some food bank or somebody that would check on you, help you get medicine, and all of that. God bless you. Lisa, we are in mourning because we think that OAG has passed away. It was told to me when I first got on, and if anyone has just joined and you don't know who OAG is, that's Charles at Old Alabama Gardener Channel. And Charles is a longtime gardener farmer. He lived on 9 acres in, I'm sure his spirit is still living there. 9 acres in northern Alabama with his wife, and has a daughter, and his wife did all the flowers and he did all the vegetables. I actually don't remember what he did as a profession. I'm sure he told me, but I don't remember now. So that's fantastic. You can crochet and forage. That's great. That's what you need to ask yourselves, everybody. What can you do? What can you do? What could you make? to help yourself survive. Do you have anything you can barter? For example, this amazing autist can crochet. Well, you can crochet hats to keep people's heads warm, because in a power outage, people are going to be cold, because most likely it'll happen this winter if it happens. So get prepared, everybody. 72 have joined. Thank you for joining. 74, thanks so much for joining. I'm Kaye, the late bloomer. I've been an urban gardener for 8.5 years or 9 years. And now this is my first, I've just pretty much completed my first growing season in a year-round climate. Excuse me, in a not year-round climate. I was always in a year-round climate because I was in a microclimate where it never froze in California. It could be 90 in January. That was rare, but it did do that a couple of times. 88. You might have an 88-degree day in January, but the coldest I ever remember it getting was like 45. And so. I never took any precautions. I never put down any protection. The only protection I put down over plants was for bugs, not for cold. I hope so too. Hey, it's Kevin from Big Wave Fly. Yeah, has anybody heard it before you got to my channel today? Besides Judy? Love Cat is here. Love Cat, we're unhappy today because we believe that OAG has passed away. Trying to get some confirmation on that. April is here from Growing in Indiana. Well, you're growing in Indiana. I would imagine you're done growing in Indiana, aren't you? Haven't you had freezes already? Linda's here from AZ. Yes, I've been doing that. I've been trying to film and edit every day lately. I hope you guys, let me know if you appreciate that, because it's a lot of work. And I enjoy doing it, but I need a lot more views to keep that up. So let me know if that's something that you're enjoying. Just getting out every day and following my progress of trying to survive here on the homestead. Whatever's going on, whether it's gardening, cooking, fixing things, there's always something to do. High 80s in SoCal. That sounds nice. Connie is here. Right. And Connie pointed out the gasoline pumps don't work when the power is out. So that's another reason that, I've got, I've got 3 5-gallon cans of gasoline stored. And I think the generator probably would empty. I don't know. I don't know how big the gas tank is, but whatever's in the gas tank, I think lasts for 5 or 6 hours. So you'd be running through gasoline really fast. Fortunately, a freezer, and you have to check your model and all of that. But I think this is one time. No, I better not even say that. I get in trouble if I even mention that agency. But there's a certain agency that posts food and health related stuff, government agency. And if you can believe what they said that freezer food can, if you don't open the freezer, it can keep from like anywhere from 6 hours to up to 2 days. But don't quote me. So, but anyway, you see, I could do the gas generator for 6 hours. during the day and keep the freezers going, and then um, do 6 hours on, 6 hours off. But I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. I really, really hope so, because I haven't started that up myself, and I really need to go out and practice that. First light frost here last night, later than most years by a couple of weeks. Wow. Okay. Uh, when can you stop working in the big city, Kevin? I need something to drink. Let's see. Jill, thank you so much. Perfect, Lisa. Perfect. It makes me very happy that you are multitasking in a healthy way, watching my videos. Oh, Susan, I know you're way too far away. I need help. Oh, that's a good point. Well, mine are, in fact, I'm going to cancel my monthly order now. I've been ordering meat from the company that my son works for, Thousand Hills Lifetime Grazed. They have about 60 producers around the country, and they all follow a certain protocol. And it's the best grass-fed beef protocol in the business. There may be others that are as good, but no one is any better than Thousand Hills Lifetime Grace. I think I can safely say that without prejudice. And so they have you can order a monthly box. And I thought, well, I got that new freezer. Let me just get on that monthly box and get that thing packed up. So I have enough meat now to last me for a while. So I'm going to stop that because the freezer's full. Not just of meat, but the stuff that I put away. Oh, hopefully next year, unless our country goes crazier. Well, it will. We know that. The question is, will it right itself by next year, Kevin? But if it goes crazier than it is, can you quit sooner so that you can get to the country? That's my question. Yes, but natural gas is still on the grid, Lisa. So we are dependent upon the grid with our Generac. I mean, mine could use propane. It could do either one. Yours probably can too. But I looked into that a little bit, and to get a propane tank, I would have to buy it probably, and then get it filled. And the guy putting in my generator said that I would go through a 750-gallon tank in a week. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what he told me. And he goes, and if you do, and the grid is down, nobody's going to be coming back to refill it. So I'm going, okay, well then I'm not going to spend all that extra money to try to do that. Oops. Hang on, I'm just trying to get, Sunshine is here, eating dinner and watching. Thank you. From where? I haven't seen Patricia. I wonder if she's got a power outage tonight or a game. Sometimes she has sometimes she takes her grandson to his games. Yeah, a lot of people are moving to Florida. Ah, that's good to know. Linda said that Safeway Albertsons is giving 10% senior discount. So that's good to know. I'm sure they're not the only ones. I'm sure the other big chains are too. Right, Daryl. Right. So true. So true. Oh, I see. I see. It's only one day of each month. Okay. Oh, you should. Well, let's see. You should. You should go ahead and get it. If you're in working in the big city, you should get out of there if you have the option. What, Gina? What is not true? You have to preface because there's a lot of conversations going on. Are you talking about the discount for the groceries? Right. How big is your tank, Susan? We're talking, if you just joined, we're talking about propane tanks for backup generators, or some people use propane tanks because they don't have natural gas. So they use it for heating and stovetop ovens. I don't know if you can use it for ovens. Yeah, I guess you would have to. Um, Happy, are you asking about the meat company that I was talking about? That's just look up Thousand Hills Lifetime Grazed, and it'll come up. And they have, as soon as you go to their website, you'll see how you can order. Because I was thinking about trying to buy half a cow or something, and then I just thought, oh wow, I just don't want to deal with that. I would like to get some venison, but I don't want a whole bunch of it. And I'm not going to kill a deer myself. So, oh, that's fantastic. Where did you say you are, April? I'm going to have to look up Deuteronomy 32 too. I have mine is not the Berkey, but it's just like the Berkey. It's called it starts with an A. I forget the name of it. Sunshine, fantastic. Where are you located? Or did you already tell me? Pennsylvania, sorry. Well, that is amazing. Thank you so much. Well, Sunshine, so can you, for the benefit of other people watching, can you comment on how, of course, YouTube changed in terms of format and number of videos and length, and all of that stuff changed. They wanted it different, so we changed with what they wanted. But just in terms of content, going from urban gardening to what I'm doing here, how would you say, am I doing okay content wise? Oh, maybe I got my numbers wrong. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to go back because I can't remember from chat to chat where everybody is. Let's see. Generac backs up the solar. Oh yes, they've advertised those like crazy on YouTube. 300 gallons. Okay. Wow. Amazing. I I I don't know. Somebody else, Sunshine or Susan, can you answer Ecocentric's comment? Propane tanks are rated in pounds. I think they are, but I don't know when it gets to be the big ones if they do it that way. I really don't. I don't have one, so I just have the 20 20 pound size or 2 gallon. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know. Wow. Susan says that. Remind me where you are, Susan, because you're obviously getting a lot of sunshine if your solar is giving you that much, is paying that much of your bill. You can, Judy. Yeah, you can buy a tank. You can buy your own tank. Yeah. But I just thought believe me, it was a hassle. The first company I called said they have to have the tank go in a location that a truck can drive up and put it down with a crane. And I'm going, well, I would want it over there. And then they're going, we can't have it anywhere near your natural gas line. And I said, and I thought about, well, I'll put it back behind the shop. But, I'm not going to have it just sitting right out in my driveway. So I could not figure it out here. And so I just bailed and I got the natural gas generator. So there you go. Kevin is saying propane prices are going to double, maybe triple this year. And there's a shortage of tanks. So there you go. Where did you say your 22 acres are, April? Something about pellet. I remember when I first put an offer on a house before this one. Oh, well, there was two houses. One of them had a pellet stove. And I just remember something negative about that. Daryl, do you remember? Do you have any insight on pellet versus wood? Thank you, Love Cat. Mwah. Love you. Thank you, Sunshine. Hello, Jeremy in fabulous Phoenix. You'll have to go back and watch. Oh, gosh, we're almost 6:00 here. Hey, everybody, do me a favor and get a friend to join the live stream next Wednesday so we can double, because 67 people, it's I need to do better than that. I watch these live streams and people have 5,000 people watching and I'm just going, how do I do that? I don't know anything about diesel heat or bio, whatever you said, biodiesel. I don't know anything about it. Oh, 27. Your land is 27 miles away from you where you live in town, April? Yeah. That's a good idea, Love Cat. I've heard other people rave about quail. They're very small, meaning, I don't know. I'm not at the point yet where I watched my grandmother slaughter chickens, but I don't know if I am there yet. I mean, if I was hungry, I would for sure, but you just would do it. But I wanted to start with chicken laying hens. That's my plan for the spring anyway. Stacy Ann Walker is here from Jamaica. Welcome. Stacy, did you just join? Because we usually get off about 6, and it's already 6. But everybody, I would really appreciate it if you would hit that like button, make that 68 likes with the 68 of you that are watching. Really would appreciate that. If you don't know how to do that on mobile, just click off of the live chat window, hit the thumbs up, and then click the live chat back on. We're going to be wrapping up here pretty quickly. There was some things I wanted to talk about, but we got very off track in the beginning because we heard some very sad news, and I have a feeling it's probably true. But we'll have to confirm that. Let's see. You had a propane tank in Tennessee in the front yard in an HOA community? That sounds wild. Oh, you mean, okay. You wouldn't want to burn rabbit poop. Rabbit poop is like black gold, some of the best compost, because rabbit is the cleanest meat because they're vegetarian, unlike chickens, which, eat everything. Oh, thank you. My doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew. As the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. How lovely. Diane is here. 50 pounds of potatoes. How did you do that? Just you just peeled them, and is it sort of like canning beans? Did you pressure can, or I've never canned potatoes. Right. I'm going to try to get to the end of the chat window, and then I'm going to sign off. Let's see. Oh, that's my fear is, I've got all this woods here. Of course, Daryl does too, but he's got them all caged in. I mean, you must have predators walking around there. Well, of course, Daryl has a dog, see, so they smell that dog and they probably stay away. Well, how did you find something like that, Kevin? Because I haven't found anything like that here. I don't see anybody with gardens except for my neighbor, the one that helped me. But his garden is tiny, So, but he has cows. mom calf, but he's getting ready to half his herd because hay, the hay is so expensive now, or something like that, and it's too much work. But that's awesome. Yeah, I wish I had that here. I don't. We've got industrial farmers down the road that use all chemicals, and I haven't seen a single big garden anywhere. But, a lot of times the gardens are in the back of the houses, so I don't know. Yes, Daryl. Walleye is a staple. Wait, where are you? Where are you located, April? I keep missing your answer. I know you've probably answered twice, but oh, I see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know I probably know the one you're talking about. Um, it's right before you get to Crossville. It's a big one on the north side of I-40, I think. Function over form, K. What are we referring to? We're referring to if you're talking about the propane tank, I couldn't figure out how to make it work. Nothing seemed to work here. Uh, oh boy. Rabbits coming soon. Deer, walleye is a staple. Is that what you're talking about, April? Oh no, Love Cat is saying we have an unlimited supply of what? Love Cat, I forgot already. Well, he's probably still paying off that solar bill. I mean, if he had to pay for the whole thing. Um, and put the hashtags where? I mean, I use hashtags underneath all of my videos, but are you talking about something different? Autist? Foray into the YouTube Shorts function. I don't know what that means. Can you send me an email if you have the time? I would appreciate it. You can send my name, my first name, you know what that is, at latebloomershow.com. Let's see. Oh, that's what I should have done with my potatoes. Well, there's just not enough time to do everything. I mean, unless I could take the potatoes, but they're all different kinds, Some are russet, some are white potatoes, some are because I just had a little bit of everything. I think they'll probably just get eaten in the next couple of months anyway. Yeah, I'll say. So we're talking about canning here. Um, mm, if Claudia, if you have the time, could you just send me some instructions for canning potatoes? Can I do it just in the regular pot that I do the tomatoes, or do I have to use the pressure canner, which I never practiced with, and I'm still a little bit uh, intimidated? Yes, it's true. Well, there are other forms of energy that have been suppressed from us, I hear, or hidden or whatever. So we'll see if this whole thing changes. If everything changes, then maybe we'll learn about some of these energy systems, and have a whole new wonderful world. Oh, you're well. Keep an eye out for a place for me, Kevin, just in case I want to split here. Oh, let's see. No, it's Northern Georgia. Is that what it is? You live in Florida, but your place is in Northern Georgia. So that's a long drive. Hmm. But Northern Georgia is not that far from Asheville. Probably not any farther than 4 hours, right? I could be wrong. Thank you, Edwin, for checking in. Thank you, Cherie. Okay, so you're in southern Indiana, April. So no chance of me seeing you or seeing your place or seeing how you do things. Unfortunately, walleye is fantastic. Yeah, I had it in Wisconsin a few times. Oh yeah, I wasn't worried about looks really. It's just I just figured it would be in the way of the driveway. It's just too risky because if a truck needs to get in the backyard, like, when I had the trees taken down, and I mean, you want it someplace where it's not going to be in the way. Thank you, Linda. Bye. You dehydrate potatoes. Do you just slice those like a quarter of an inch thick or something? I guess you peel them first. Is that how you do it, Susan? Susan is here from Martinsburg, West Virginia, but we're just getting off, Susan. Please go back and listen to the beginning. Oh, I would be happy to do that. I just don't want it in the way, Mountaineer. Oh, I see. I amazing autist. I got on TikTok in the very beginning because they said, "Oh, every actor needs to be on TikTok." So I got on TikTok. I think I posted 4 times, and then I heard who controls that company, and I got off. But people are still using it. You have to pressure can low acid foods. I see. I did not know that, or I didn't remember that, which a potato is. I have a pressure canner I bought just for that, but I never used it. Peel, cube, top with a little salt and hot water. 90 minutes? Huh. I'm going to just screenshot that. I mean, you pressure can for 90 minutes? That seems like a long time. I mean, that would be like, because isn't pressure canning shorten the time? Just like a pressure cooker would shorten the cooking time? Do I have that right? That's where your property is, Kevin? In North Florida? I thought you were in northern Georgia. I'm confused. Oops. Let's see. Okay, I just made a screenshot of that, so I'll try to remember it. Take care, amazing autist. Blanch to stop enzymes. Wait, you have to blanch what? Potatoes? Hi, Sherry. Please watch, because in the beginning we found out some devastating but important information, and I want to go through it again. But please try to watch the live when you can, Sherry. Wow. Yes, that's true. Love cat. Thank you, Happy. Okay. There's botulism in the potatoes? Bye, Daryl. Okay, I'm going to have to to look at the cookbook. I won't be able to remember all this information. Just trying to save some of this information, guys. I know a lot of people are leaving. Okay. Okay. So I don't have my Florida geography too straight, but I think Tampa's kind of farther down. And then you're saying that your property is still in Florida, northern Florida. For some strange reason, I was thinking he was in North Georgia. Kevin, did you see the video I did, the videos that I did from the Homesteaders Conference? Because, and I think in the last video, I met a couple. They've got a new channel and they're in North Florida. And I thought maybe you might have connected with them. Well, maybe I should check out her videos too, Claudia and Susan. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Just pressure can for botulism is floating around if you don't pressure it. Oh, dang. So is this true of Of raw potatoes too? No. Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks so much. I just wanted to get through the chat. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you get caught up on my videos. I'm really trying to upload a lot of content, especially, as the garden winds down. And I appreciate you for watching and sharing and liking the videos. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one, which might not, well, maybe, yeah, I could probably get another one out in the morning. But you've noticed that I'm not uploading at 7 in the morning anymore because I'm too tired at night to stand, because I stand up for 4 or 5 hours to edit my videos. And I'm too tired at night to do that. So I've been getting up early and editing in the morning because it's too cold to go outside anyway. So that's the schedule that I've been keeping. Thanks so much, everybody. God bless you. We had 67. Great. And hopefully next week you'll bring a friend and we can have 167. So thanks so much. God bless you and have a great week.